Well, we'll see if anybody's up. See if I'm the only one that can't sleep. Hey, Carl, you the number one, first one in here. What are you doing up this time of the night? Them girls keeping you up tonight, or are you just trying to get away from them? Oh, I'm sorry about that. She had been doing pretty good, had she? Mm, damn. That's a long seizure. Well, I'm really sorry about that. I know that's hard on you too. Yeah, I bet you are. The older you get, the harder those kind of hours are to take. Well, maybe you can sit in here and relax a little bit to work. Lay it down. And as always, you tell Sarah we hope she gets to feeling better. Well, everybody but me and you must have went to bed tonight. Well, Carl, we just about feel like them girls are family in here, and you too. Mm. Well, that's good in a way. Is she keep pushing, keep wanting to do. Well, no, she needs a rest too, but wanting to get up and go is a good sign. When's the last time Sarah's had one of these? Yeah, you can't quit. If they could figure out what the hell triggered them things, it would be something else. But they just don't seem to be able to do that. There you go. And you don't know what starts or stops them. That's what's crazy about it. I had a friend of mine, his daughter turned 18 years old, never had a seizure in her life, and all of a sudden she got to having them pretty regular. And rock along I kept for about 3 years, and then bang, boom, she hadn't had a seizure now in 5 or 6 years. And they ain't got no idea what stopped it or started it. Well, we getting plenty of people in here to shows, but we just ain't getting nobody saying anything. Hello, Josh. How you doing? You up late too, aren't you? Hell, that's about the way I am. I'm just not kicking quite as high as I was. Guess I might get in shape. That's sort of what I did. Most normal folks are sawing logs. Well, buddy, you know that any time in here, or if you ever need to, I'll give you my phone number. And I imagine that everybody else hangs in this room and feel the same way about that. Oh, yeah, they told me, Josh, when they made me, they broke the mold, and it was a damn good thing. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little bit different. I've had them tell me before, said a cat got 9 lives, and said you on the third damn cat. Well, you get your fence finished? Sometimes it Carl, I know sometimes it's good to be able to talk to somebody. I'm bad about that as I hold everything in. I don't, and that's not good. You're better off you talk about it to somebody a little bit. Got a damn frog in my throat. Hell, I don't believe there's gonna be many people on tonight. Don't look like. Maybe a little bit too late for everybody except us goofy ones. Hey, KT, what's the matter, darling? Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, I wish I had some advice for you on that, but I sure don't. Well, I hope it works out for you, gal. Can't do nothing but duck your head and bow your neck and do the best you can. That's all you can do. Josh, are you still here? And did you get through with your fence? Yeah, it seems like everybody, including myself, has got something sort of a downer going right now. I've told this story before, but it's helped me many a time. I was walking down a mall one day here in Waco, and there was no boy and two little girls that come walking down the mall toward me. And I don't know what had happened to him, but he had lost his shoulders from right there. He didn't have any arms, and both shoulders were gone. I don't know if it was a birth defect or he was in an accident or something. But I got to thinking about it. He uh, he couldn't go unzip his pants to go to the bathroom or do anything like getting dressed. And him and them gals were laughing and cutting up and going on. I said, hell, I got him made. If that cat can put up with that and laugh and cut up and go on, well, it's time for me to get out of this funk. And I've thought about that old boy many a time, never saw him again. Don't know who he was, but that's all you can do. Carl, just do the best you can. And you take good care of them lady folks. Oh, I just couldn't sleep. Laid down and took a nap. Now I don't want to go back to sleep. I'll be up all night. We night owl. Of course, I always have been. Boy, this is crazy weather here in Texas. A while ago, when I finally got up, cool in here, I turned this little old electric heater on. Now I'm about to burn up. Let's turn our air conditioner on if it keeps this up. Said this is the wrong time of the day to mess with you, huh, KT? Yeah, smoking's bad for you, but I've got some special stuff goes on that it helps me sometimes. And I smoke more when I'm on this thing. This or telephone. I got to go in the hospital for that surgery here in a couple of weeks. And that should be interesting. It'd be in there, they said 2 to 7 days. So there sure won't be any smoking then. Yeah, probably something like that. I don't know if they can do that or not. They doing surgery on it. They ain't got funny about it now. After surgery's over with, they'll put one of them patches on you. But I don't know if I know I can't smoke or I'm someplace where I can't. Normally, it doesn't bother me. They, when I was in the hospital here about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, whenever, well, every one day that I got to want a cigarette, but that was really the only time. Now, just as soon as I got out, I was huffing and puffing like a little freight train. I tried them before. I never have wanted to quit. I think that's the reason that I don't quit smoking. I enjoy it. Ooh. Yeah. I tried those things for a little bit, but they just aggravated me. That I was running out of stuff and batteries going down and coil going out. Yeah, even one of those patches on there, they cost you by smoking with it. Yeah, nurse might frown on that if you ask for a charger for your sick. It done cracked me up. How many places are hell on cigarettes, but they don't want you using the electronic cigarette either. I wonder why that is. Yeah, I need to, I guess, get one of my laptops out and charge it up and see if it's hooked up. I'm laying up there. Of course, they may have me knocked out enough, it don't make no difference. I'm sort of like a damn grizzly bear. When I'm sick, I sleep. I wake up for a few minutes and then back to sleep. That's good. Well, I know that last week they put a patch on me when I was in the hospital. Hey, Miss T, I'm glad you come in. It's sort of quiet in here tonight. Yeah, I think it's mental as much as anything. Don't run off, T. T is another one of these night owls. Yeah, we doing pretty good. Oh, Rocky's always doing good. How you getting along, gal? Rocky's still crazy as ever. KT, where were you at? I done forgot. My little pea brain. Hmm. Okay. I remember now. I've talked to too many people on here. I can't keep everything straight. Yeah, maybe you can line it up before too long, too. That's one reason you'll see me like calling you KT or Miss T and not by your first name because I can't keep them all straight. Hmm. Well, I hope she's all right. Damn, everybody's having trouble. Yeah, that's good. We get older, we don't bounce as good as we used to. I got a friend of mine that lives out there in Alabama. He's been trying to get me to come out there and go deer hunting for several years. That's good that you had some help. You know, here about a year ago when Rocky dug a hole and I was carrying some stuff, a pretty heavy backpack, and I stepped in that hole, and knee went out from under me. Yeah, it a person is hard to handle. Yeah, I got to go get a CAT scan tomorrow or Monday, and I wonder if I how I've done on that weight. When I got sick before, I lost 31 pounds in about 10 days. But I think I was at 203, 204 then. I can't get under 200 pounds again. But I fell 5 or 6 times, I guess, with that knee. Slowly, they said they're going to do surgery on it, but it started getting a little bit better. Now it's got where it really don't bother me too bad. I sort of give to it when I walk, but I need to make myself quit doing that. I appreciate it, Miss T. I've had more of them damn lately than they going to get another cat. I'm glad the VA paying for all this stuff they doing on me right now. Lord help, I ain't no telling what it would cost. Balance is important, I guarantee you. I never have had a real bad problem about that, but a couple times got an inner ear infection. And Lord help. KT, this deal was sort of weird on my knee. It went out to the side instead of, usually it's front or back, but when it fold up, it go out to the outside. And if it goes outside, you ain't catching yourself. That's one nice thing about living in an RV. There's enough stuff around, everything's small enough that you can usually grab something before you hit the floor. I appreciate it, Miss Two. And, we always took a day to see you come in here, girl. Get you some sleep. I think I'm thinking to do the same thing here in a minute. Hey, Diane, you're not sleeping either? Good night, Miss T. You have a good one. Hope you get some sleep. Boy, hello, Miss Carol. How you doing? Say hello and goodbye, huh? There for a while, every time I got ready to shut down, there was somebody just would come in just as I started shutting down. How you doing tonight, Miss Carol? You doing all right, Diane? Just couldn't sleep. You had a mess, didn't you? I know it's not funny. And when I had that accident that blew his thumb off, I was in the hospital laying up there waiting for surgery. He was in surgery. And I had a male nurse. I told him, I said, this is a hell of a note. Get your hand all messed up, laying up in the emergency room, and what they do, give me a hairy legged male nurse in here. I said, I thought I'd get at least one or two good looking nurses. And in about 15 minutes, that male nurse come back and he had like 8 nurses with him. And he said, now, I said, your scenery would be better now. I said, they'll come by and check on you. And I got to cutting up and going on with them gals. And every once in a while, one of them would stick his head in, stick her head in. Hell, at least you don't have to dial 911 now. Most of these phones have got just a button for it. Miss Carol, what are you doing up this late? No, I wasn't filled up either, though. I wasn't full of morphine and Demerol. That old Janice. How you doing, lady? That's one thing I told them before they put me to sleep on them procedures they had coming out. Told them I said, now I got PTSD. You know, y'all sort of watch that. Ooh, dang, darling. You get you some rest today, Janice. How come a toothache hurts so much worse at night than it does in the daytime? Toothache and earache. Hmm. I used to get when I was a kid. I get earaches all the damn time. Oh, you can hear a hell of a lot if you're in recovery. There you go. I guess it's because you're busy. I know if I'm hurt for some reason, I'm better off if I'm awake and moving around. Either that or sleeping. If you can sleep, yes, ma'am. I'll say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, to you, Carol. I usually am, Janice. He stirred up every once in a while. There was a video on YouTube, and this woman was coming out of uh, anesthesia, and her husband was right there trying to help her, and she didn't know who he was. She was all over his ass. Well, you need a boat for it. Is it raining that hard up there? No, that's really the truth, Diane. But if you keep pushing me, I'm going to get stirred up, and it can get pretty deep pretty quick. Then you leave me alone, I'm all right. Boy, it don't take long to go to sleep either, does it? they'd put that mask on your face, and that last time they put me to sleep, it had a wrinkle in it or something. It was cutting into my nose. And I started to say something about it, and that was it. I could have cut my nose off then. Yeah. That's what they said about me. They said, you come out of it quick. Once you start waking up, that it don't take but a minute for you. And I got banged up overseas, and they were giving me that morphine and that Demerol. Boy, you don't come off that morphine fast. Yeah. YouTube may get interesting here shortly. There's some other programs coming up. They may start getting a little bit of competition. I don't know, when you play My Live and Back, I don't know if they put ads on this thing on the playback or not. Yeah, they got plenty of money backing them. They've got, I think Google owns YouTube. They've lost a lot of people in the last 6 months. Well, I wonder how Jane Bray and Badge are making it. They already had one day of travel under the belt. Wasn't too sure about that, huh? Mm. Oh, that don't really bother me too much. they don't get too long. Well, I don't know if I got wisdom teeth or not, Janet, but if I did, they didn't work. I haven't paid that much attention. I don't know. I'm usually doing two things at one time anyway, so usually I got something to do while the ads are on. I haven't had it coming up on mine. Maybe they gave up on me. Or maybe it's just I don't know what all that amounts to. Yeah, usually it's more than this, Carol. He's showing 8 people in here. A while ago it was 12, I think. Yeah, usually we got a couple more, and there's usually cookies in here. Sunfish sometime. Yeah, I got 215 too, KT. What is it, 315 for you, Diane? Yeah, yeah, it's Sunday. I was watching a video a while ago, Janice, of big ranches and how much damage to camels and hogs and deer and jackasses were doing over there. That buddy of mine over there, that's all he does. He shoot camels and jackasses mainly. I didn't realize how muscled up them old bull camels were. Damn, they're huge. No, 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 no. These are four legged. He's the one that say hee haw. The other jackasses, they fine you for shooting them. Open season on them would work. After I got grown, I was gone to Nam for a few years, but other than that, I've lived in about 100-mile circle right here around Waco. Yeah, man, that was a ton of them. And them little old jackasses will whip anything out there. What do you call the wild horses? Brumbies? Little old jackass will whip a Brumby stallion. Wow, Mustang. Apparently, this deal here was mostly hogs and Mustangs, the Brumbies, and they didn't talk about any buffalo. Buffalo got to be around water, don't they? Aren't they more in the swamps and that kind of stuff? Or wet country? They're getting a real wild horse problem here in the state. Oh Lord, they're terrible here in Texas, KT. They've got you using helicopters. You can pay $300 and crawl in a helicopter, and they'll fly you around, let you shoot hogs on them big ranches, and they might kill 100 of them in one of them flights. They sure tear some country up. Mm. And And they talk about rabbits breeding. They ain't got nothing on a wild hog. They said a hog could have up to 3 litters a year, and they average 12 to a litter. Now, boy, you can one pig populate the whole world. And I'm a sort of a history nut, and horses are not native to the U.S. either. But what happened in the U.S., Spanish brought them in, and at one time, if a Spaniard sold a horse to anybody except another Spaniard, it was death sentence. And a few of them got to getting loose, and the Indians figured it out. Indians didn't really have horses but about 60 years. And okay, I didn't realize that. No, we didn't have any. Yeah, we can kill them with anything we can kill them with, KT. I live pretty close to Brazos River, and of course that's hog got to have water, and they tear them cornfields and other fields up. Yeah, yeah, that was part of what they were shooting on the programs I was watching. Only thing I ever figured out them pigs were good for, I used to hunt on a place that's several thousand acres, but it was in a river bottom, and it would flood. And those hogs, they turned 20 hogs loose in there. Hey, Phil. Oh, we're just starting over, Phil. But those hogs, they put 20 in there. 3 years later, I counted over 300 of them one day, just off that 20 hogs. And they'll eat a baby deer in a heartbeat. Yeah, that is pretty neat. Or, there's not here in the States, the wild horses, they really don't have any predators to speak of. A little bitty colt, the first day you might have some, but other than that, brucellosis, yeah. They raise hell about Yellowstone, about the buffalo having brucellosis and getting out of the park. There for a long time, they didn't want them to shoot them when they come out of that park. I think she already went to bed, Phil. But it's funny. The camels went crazy over there in Australia, but here in the states, they must kill them off or whatever, because you don't have any wild ones running around at all. Like I said, the hogs are not native. Horses are not native. No, it's a different one. I don't know if they still got a test. In Texas, used to. If you had a herd of cattle, you had to have them checked. I thought you was going to say that was the kind of cigarettes you smoked, Janice. Oh, that's good. No, that might be a good sign. I smoked them old short red Winstons and have for a lot of years. You still doing good on that, Diane? Mm. You don't see that much anymore. Or not the old short camel. I'd either join the VFW, I guess. Oh, funny how we use them cigarettes as a crutch, isn't it? You know, a cigar, I don't mind them every once in a while, but I always thought that as good as a pipe smells, I figured, man, that'd probably be pretty neat to smoke a pipe. And boy, they don't taste anything like they smell. Yeah. You'd have to get you another boyfriend, Janice. Yeah. I'm not going to take that any further, Janet. gonna be nice. I'm gonna let that go. Well, Carol, I am too. Yeah, if I've got Tootsie Roll Pop or something like that, I'll do that. I need to buy some more of them, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be time to shut this thing down here pretty quick. It's fixing to be 3 o'clock in the morning. That's all right. We'll get even with you tomorrow. All right. Like I say, it's 3 o'clock. Let's all go see if we can lay down and go to sleep for a little bit anyway. I appreciate all y'all coming in, and y'all have a good rest of the night.